Our next guest is a talented actress you know from films like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies and Leave the World Behind. She stars in the critically acclaimed series Industry. The third season airs Sundays at 9 on HBO and Max. Let's take a look.
How did you get such a favorable CDS price out of that Pierpoint trader?
It was junior, a bit green, but the kicker is I did have inside edge. Pierpoint don't provide live prices for their oil and nat gas graphs for juniors, so he was always pricing 15 minutes behind us.
Please welcome to the show, Myha'la, everybody. Oh my God, welcome to the show. I'm so happy you're here.
So happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. And congratulations on the show. I want to start by saying this show has garnered a lot of acclaim. People really like it. But you received something even better out of this show. You met your fiance because of this show.
I did.
Everybody's saying, oh, but the story does get a little creepy. Explain how it happened.
Okay, so season 1 came out. It's deep COVID 2020. And of course, I'm alone. And everyone's like, oh my God, are you having so much fun? The show's come out. And I'm like, yeah. I'm literally alone. So of course, I'm going through my requests. And there's some great things, some congratulations, some like feet pics requests, some weird stuff.
Yeah. I apologize. I should never have done that.
It's okay. I'm sorry for outing you.
No, it's okay.
And there was one that just said, congrats on the show. I'm a huge fan. I wish you all the success in the world or something like that. And I said, thank you. And then the next day I woke up to a string of video messages and I was like, ugh. Like it's gonna be something weird. So I looked at the profile and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. I guess I'll watch it. And it was my fiance, my now fiance, and he was like, hey, Myha'la, it's Armando. I just wanted to say how cool it was. He's videoing himself. It was so cool that you responded. While I have you, if you don't mind, could I do an interview with you for a class project? And I was like, who has the balls to send a video message to a stranger? Like, I would never do that. So then, of course, I was like, yeah, of course I will. The next day, we hopped on a Zoom, and we were meant to be on for 5-10 minutes. 40 minutes goes by, and he finishes, he like stops the recording, and then I was like, so where are you from?
You turned the tables.
I did. I was like, embarrassing. But then anyway, we hop off, and I was like, oh, I'm in love with a stranger. How weird. A few days pass, and I was like, so did you get an A on your project? Ah! And he responded, and then we were messaging back and forth for 3 weeks, I think, before he asked for my phone number. Then we were doing the very COVID-esque FaceTime dates.
Very cute.
A month later, I went to visit my mother in California, and he was going to school not very far from there. So I said, hey, do you want to meet in person? And he said yes. So I brought a bottle of wine and some hand sanitizer, because it was COVID. Yeah. And I said, well, you know, my mom's high risk, so we can't, you know, like be close or anything, but we can hand sanitize and hold hands. I know, crazy. So we did, and do you know in the Avatar movies when the avatars like connect their braids and they mate for life?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's literally what happened to us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just on the first handhold?
Literally, it was like, okay, so take my hand,
Okay.
we went like this. Oh my God! Like, it was crazy. And 3.5 years later, he proposed, and now we're gonna get married.
Unbelievable. The one thing, I feel like we should let most people who are watching this know, it doesn't always work like this.
Yeah, probably.
When you DM a celebrity a video message, it doesn't always end in like a Navi connection.
Probably.
But now I met your fiance backstage.
Yes, his name is Armando.
Armando. He was wearing a shirt with you. It was this shirt.
Yep.
So this is a shirt, a you shirt.
Yeah.
And he, now explain, did you give him this as a gift?
I did. It was meant to be, so we'd been talking about getting engaged for a little while. So
Yeah.
we knew it was gonna happen. We already had our rings. And I wanted to give him something, because he was gonna give me something. So I ordered this shirt. A friend of mine years ago was like, bro, look at this thing I found on Etsy, and sent me the link to this shirt.
Uh-huh.
I didn't make the shirt.
Okay.
And And so I thought, oh, I'm gonna get him this shirt for the engagement. And I ordered it to the house while I was away. And a few days later, he texted me, he was like, bro, I love my shirt. And I was like, you opened my mail? That was supposed to be your gift. And he was like, I love it. So then on the day he proposed, he
So
wore
that's
the
the
shirt.
proposal day.
Yeah.
He wore that shirt,
Yeah.
and it's really special. Like, by the way, it is the great thing about the two of you is it's obviously like a real, genuine love story,
Yeah.
and yet out of context, everything you guys do is really strange.
Yeah, you're right.
You know how it's like when the guy gets a girl a ring and she gets him a shirt with her face all over it.
It's equal. It's equal in value, okay?
Congratulations on Industry Season 3. This is a show, a lot of deep financial jargon.
Yes,
You do a great job delivering it.
thank you.
Do you understand it?
No,
Okay.
not even a little
Can
bit.
I just say what an exceptional actor you are then?
Thank you.
Because I watch it. You've done you make me understand it, and yet you're telling me you have no comprehension for it.
That's so good. I mean, I'm doing my job. And
Yeah.
honestly, like, I tried. Like, the first season, I was like, all right, I'm gonna, like, Google this stuff and try to figure it out. And after, like, day 2, I was like, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm an actor, and that's okay. So I just said, Mickey, Conrad, and to our financial advisors who are on the show, is this good or is it bad?
Yeah.
And then based on what they tell me, I do some acting.
Interesting. So they say, we're going to give you words you don't understand about finance. And let me stress, I also don't understand finance.
Cool, okay.
And they just go, but this is a bad thing about finance.
Yeah, they're like, good, 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 bad, 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 bad. Like that. They stand behind the camera while I'm doing my acting, and I'm like, is it good? It's good. And then they're like, no, it's bad. And then I'm, it's bad finance. That's all.
This is a masterclass in acting.
Thank you.
Fantastic. As the show, obviously, I feel like it's one of those shows that, you know, we live in this era where people, you know, season 2 comes out and then everybody's talking about it, so people go back and watch season 1, and now season 3, I think people are watching back. Do you feel the difference in the street? Are people talking to you more about it?
Yeah, I mean, in the street, on the street, off the street, I'm like so overwhelmed by the response this time because we came out in COVID and it was very much like, the show's premiered, crickets.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of hard because we were like, we put so much into this, we hope that people would watch it, whatever. Season 2 happens, a little more people are watching it in our industry, in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, right, yeah.
People seem to really like it. In the finance industry, people really like it. And now coming around on the 3rd season, it feels like we're kind of getting our flowers after 5 years. And more than anything, like, I'm just so grateful that it feels like people are as excited about it as I am.
It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
You know, the only thing that makes me sad is people who are just starting it now and they're watching and they're like, I should DM her, and it's like too late.
Yeah. Ship has sailed.
You know what? Watch season 1 when it premieres. That's the lesson here.
That's the lesson.
That's the lesson. Congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
two, and congratulations on the show. Mahala, everybody. The 3rd season of Industry airs Sundays at 9 on HBO Max. We'll be right back with Simon Rich.